Hey guys, as promised from my other video on the network video recorder, Hikvision stuff, towards the end I promised you how to identify ID numbers for your email. At the same time, I thought I'll add in how also to identify your ID numbers for your mobile phone devices and iPad devices, etc. So, why do we need this? Initially, when you first set up the home center, you'll need your initial IDs for your iPads and your iPhones so you can send yourself notifications. If you're using block code, to be honest, it comes up in the block codes anyway. That's straightforward. But if, like me, you are Lua based, then you'll need to try and get the numbers. Okay, we already know that the email address you set your system up with has a default ID of 2, so that's straightforward. But what about your mobile? What about second user email address or your partner's phone ID? For that, we need to set it up. We need to work out prerequisites. Create all your user IDs, your usernames, and make sure that the mobile phone devices that you want to identify are already set up. So for the users, make sure you've created a user account with an email address and password. For the mobile phone devices and iPad devices, make sure you have logged in to Fibaro at least once. That's it. Once you've logged in a minimum of one time, it'll then display on the configuration screen, which I will show you now. Right, I'm logged in on the Chrome browser. There's a reason why I'm doing it on Chrome. I will attempt to do this on Safari as well, but I know it works perfectly well on Chrome. So configuration and access control, and here's my list of users. Okay, I've just blocked them all out for the time being. And then underneath here we have our mobile phone devices here, etc. Okay, so mobile phones, iPads, whatever. So what do we want to do? We want to identify the user. Okay, I'm already on mobile, so let's just do it on mobiles. So in order to identify it on a Chrome device, on a Chrome browser, just highlight like that, right click and hit the inspect button. What happens is it then shows up on the right hand side here, and there can you see the little thing moving on the left side. So, and on the right hand side you'll be able to see what it is. So there you can see on the screen, that it says div push 615 dot checkbox 1. That means that the ID of that device is 615. Unfortunately, the Android phones don't tell you the actual name of the whose phone it is like an iPhone does, but it does. Then you just have to work out. So I've got two Samsung Note 8s, mine and my wife's, but it doesn't tell me which one is which. You can work that out by saying which device do you add in first. Then you'll know which one's first and which one's second. Alternatively, you just copy both numbers down and just send a test message to each one, and that will work it out. So that's ID 615 on my device. So if I exit that, so that's how you work out the ID of your mobile phone device. Now if I scroll back up again, now let's go on to email. And in order to work it out, again, same principle. You then, if you click on the email like that, okay, and on the main users, it displays your email address and everything there. But what you need to do is you need to go to the top of the screen here, and that is the ID of the email ID. So if I said, for example, on my previous video, send photo to user, I inputted 2 last time for the admin, But if I change that to 236, that'll then change it, the email going to this person on this email address. So that's how you work it out on Chrome. Okay, now, and I'm just gonna quickly have a look at Safari and see if we can do it from there as well. Right, open up Safari, click on Config, Access Control. Right, let's start with the mobile phone again. So highlight, right click. Oh, there's no option to inspect. So looks like nope, I can't do that. Let's try the email version. Click on that, and that does work. The default showing on Safari it wasn't there, so as soon as you click in the address bar, it actually came up with the ID number. So ID equals 236. So the email side, yes, you can work it out through Safari, but unfortunately the ID side, it won't work unless somebody else has got a better method. But I use Chrome all the time myself, and it works perfectly well. So once you have, let's close that down. So once you've got the ID numbers, you can then update your scenes with the ID of your devices to send you notifications and or emails. Later on, if you do the same process, exactly the same process, if you, more than likely you're just going to change your mobile phone devices for an upgrade or things like that. And when you do and you re-log in, the Fibaro ID actually changes. So what you need to do, repeat this process with the new handset. So your new handset will appear at the bottom of the list. Do the same process, get your ID number, and then what you do is go back and amend your scenes with the new ID number, so all the notifications then come to your new phone. If you're fortunate enough to have a home table installed, then the process is even easier, as all you have to do is update the users in the user's entry in the home table from the old number to the new number, hit save and start to update the table, and therefore all your scenes automatically get updated. So if you have a home table, one entry needs updating. If you don't have a home table, then you would have to go through each individual scene that you have got a notification set up and amend it manually. So this is one of the better reasons, good reasons to have a home table. Right, I told you it was going to be short and sweet. Hope you got all that. This is a nice and easy method of updating your mobile device and email IDs. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.